Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. This one's only about 125 feet up. Directly above my chicken pens now. He was turning, so. There's another one up there on the other side of them trees. Had one a little lower than him fly over a few minutes ago, but I was testing the inverter to make sure, say if the grid goes down while it's running on grid power and charging the batteries, I needed to know what the inverter would do if the grid power went down. And would it switch back to my off-grid even though the batteries weren't fully charged? And it did. So that's a good thing. That means I don't have to worry about if the power goes out when I'm not home and the batteries are charging. So I know it will. I hear another one. Oh, there's two of them right there. I don't have to worry about whether or not it'll go from grid power back to the inverter if the grid power goes down while it's using it. So I needed to know, so I ran a test. There's still a little bit of daylight left. The batteries are still charging a little bit from solar. But, you know, while I'm up doing stuff, I'm using more power than I'm charging. But either way, had to run that quick test, and now I know the answer, that I don't have to worry about it. I did have the bigger of the air conditioners running, and I had the water heater on, which was more than what the inverter could take for long periods. So I shut the water heater off after I get my shower, and I turn it on at night to be hot by morning. And really all it needs is about 20 to 30 minutes to heat the water in order for me to have enough hot water for a shower. But rather than wake up in the morning, turn it on, and have to wait on the water to get hot, I typically turn it on when I go to bed. But I'm probably going to change that routine. I'm probably going to change it to where when I first wake up, I turn the water heater on and let it heat up while I'm getting everything ready to get into the shower in the morning. You know, do my morning routine, and that will save me a lot of power, because water heater is one of your largest, if not your largest, consumer of power, at least while it's on. And there comes another one. Let's see. He's only about 150 feet up. There he is. He's moving around a lot. He's probably 150. And there's another one over there that's bright red, yellow, and green. This one here is mostly green. I knew it'd be a busy weekend for these things since they were flying a few during the week. And there's just dozens of them up there crossing over. But anyway, I wanted to do a quick test on the off-grid, and it passed that test. So now I can just sit back and not worry about it, because I've been running on off-grid. You know, the system's been on for over a month, and it switches back to grid power when the batteries need charging, whether it's day or night, it doesn't matter. And it charges the batteries back up. So that tells me I need more battery power, and I'm probably going to need more solar power. But the next thing I'm going to buy is going to most likely be battery power. I'm thinking of doubling the batteries, and hopefully that'll last me a lot longer, so that I don't have to go back to grid quite as often once they're charged. And you know, the solar will charge it, the off-grid will charge it. So I got my power bill in, and it was actually still about 40 to 45% lower than it was the same time frame last year. So I can't complain. It's slowly paying for itself. I just need to get finished. I need to add more batteries, and that means buying a lot more wire to wire it all together, and then buy more solar panels, and of course more wire to run from the solar panels down to the charge controller. So hey, it's more money to be spent, but it is what it is. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all remember what I always tell you: Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe, be prepared.